The roar hit me like a freight train, shaking my morning mug right off the counter. There I was, in my ratty bathrobe, staring out the window as a hulking yellow bulldozer chewed into my private driveway like it was yesterday's trash. I bolted outside, heart pounding, yelling at the operator who just shrugged and jabbed a thumb at his orders. HOA says it's for safety. Buddy, emergency access or some crap? I'd moved to Willow Creek Estates 5 years ago, thinking it was the picture-perfect American suburb, manicured lawns, white picket fences, the whole 9 yards. But beneath that glossy facade lurked the HOA beast of bureaucratic nonsense run by folks who treated rules like holy scripture. Whispers about me had started early. That guy on the edge lot, he's antisocial, probably hiding something. All because I kept to myself, tending my garden and minding my own damn business. They painted me as the neighborhood recluse, the one who didn't fit the community vibe. I heard the rumors at the mailbox, stolen glances, hushed tones about how my unpaved driveway was an eyesore dragging down property values. I bit my tongue, smiled politely, and observed. Patience, I told myself. Let them show their cards first. That morning, the cards were a demolition crew. The bulldozer's blade ripped through the gravel I'd laid myself years ago, when this was just raw land. It flattened the drainage ditches I'd dug by hand, splintering the wooden markers I'd staked to keep things neat. By noon, my secluded path was fused to the main cul-de-sac loop, dust swirling like a bad omen. Community improvement, the hard hat guy muttered, packing up. I stood there, fists clenched, as neighbors drove by, gawking, some smirking, others averting eyes. The next evening, I stormed into the HOA meeting at the community center, deed and survey maps clutched like weapons. The room smelled of cheap coffee and entitlement. At the head table sat Patricia Patty Hargrove, the HOA president, prim bob haircut, pearl earrings, and a smile so plastic it could have been recycled. She was the queen bee, always preaching about upholding standards, while her own yard featured those tacky flamingo statues nobody dared criticize. Mr. Harlan Reed, she drawled, peering over her reading glasses like I was a misbehaving child. To what do we owe this interruption? I slapped the documents down. This is my property. That driveway you just obliterated is not yours to touch. It's outside HOA boundaries. Check the plat. She tapped her manicured nails, unfazed. Oh, Harlan, darling. The board voted unanimously. It's a safety hazard. What if an ambulance needs quick access? We're all in this together, for the greater good. Her voice dripped with that faux concern, the kind that masks pure power play. A sidekick, some weaselly accountant named Barry, chimed in. And now it's connected, so shared resource, right? Community wins. I leaned in, voice steady. You'll regret this, Patty. Private means private. As I walked out, her retort echoed. We plan tasteful landscaping, but if you're going to be uncooperative. Uncooperative? That was rich coming from the woman who'd find a widow for unsightly mourning wreaths. But I didn't snap back. Instead, I plotted. 2 weeks later, under cover of dawn, I had a crew install a beast of a gate 12-foot steel monster, motorized, with a keypad, cameras, and bold red letters. Private driveway, $50 toll TO proceed. Not HOA property. Access by permission only. The first day, cars screeched to halts, drivers fumbling phones to snap pics. 6-turn tail. By day 2, I'd wired an app-based payment system, credit cards only, no refunds. The escrow account under my new LLC, Reed Access Solutions, started pinging with deposits. Neighbors grumbled online in the community Facebook group. That recluse is extorting us, but legally, airtight, thanks to my sister, a sharp real estate lawyer in Chicago. By week's end, I'd pocketed over $700. Not bad for proving a point. Saturday morning, clipping roses, I heard tires squeal. Patty's pearl-white SUV swerved up, parking crooked like she owned the curb. She marched over in her sensible heels, face flushed. This is highway robbery, Harlan, she hissed, jabbing a finger. I didn't glance up. Toll road, Patty. You bulldozed my land. Consider it premium service. She puffed up. You're blocking vital community flow. This violates every principle of neighborly harmony. Funny, I said, snipping a thorn. That's what I yelled at your bulldozer. Pay up on your way out. She stormed off, muttering about lawsuits. The gate became the suburb's hottest gossip. Rush hour, lines of minivans, drivers cursing as they swiped cards, my cams capturing every frustrated grimace. I wasn't in it for the cash. Okay, maybe a smidge, but to highlight their hypocrisy. Community, my ass, it was control. On the third week, my cams pinged a county truck. 2 officials paced the edge, measuring. I strolled over. Gentlemen, the grizzled one flashed a badge. Ted Morrow, land use. HOA complaint says your gate's on public right-of-way. I chuckled inwardly. Public? This is my lot since '92. Survey says no. He showed a map with a red squiggle. They filed an amendment last year, claimed a sliver for common area. No notice to me, I said. Got my original docs? I fetched the blueprints and developer affidavit, predating the HOA by years. His partner whistled. This nukes their claim. Morrow nodded. If they faked boundaries, that's fraud. We'll verify. That night, I added more cams. Gut said trouble brewing. Sure enough, midnight alert. 2 hoodies with bolt cutters sneaking up. I recorded, called cops, sipped coffee. Deputies nabbed them mid-snip. One the bulldozer driver from before, the other a punk kid. They said HOA hired us to fix the obstruction, the deputy said, handing a note in Patty's loopy script. Disable quietly. Restore access. I smirked. Community service, huh? Next day, I delivered footage to the sheriff. Assistant DA grinned. Conspiracy vandalism. We'll nail her. Patty got served papers at her bridge club. Local news screamed. HOA boss linked to gate sabotage. The neighborhood split. Some raged at her. Others whispered I was the villain. But the mask was cracking. A knock Saturday. Lisa, a nurse from down the block, binder in hand. Harlan, recall vote. Patty's tyrannical fines for bird feeders. Paint shades. Now this. We plotted over coffee. Bylaws needed 2/3 signatures. She had 40. Needed 25 more. I've got dirt from county filings, I offered. Her eyes lit. Let's bury her. For days digging records with Lisa's tech-savvy nephew. 6 shady amendments. No votes recorded. One funneled a park strip to a shell corp tied to Patty's hubby, a sleazy developer. Another rezoned lots without consent. My sister reviewed. Fraud. Embezzlement. DA time. We met the investigator, laid it out. Case opened. Week later, Patty arrested. Felonies galore. Board suspended, county oversight in. My gate stayed. Folks buzzed for access now, polite with treats. One dude brought bourbon. You slayed the dragon, man. Sunset sips felt sweet. Justice didn't knock. It bulldozed back. The vibe shifted, neighbors chatted warily, realizing they'd been puppets. Lisa dropped a mail stack, postmarks after votes, and pre-marked ballots. I rubbed my temples. Election fraud. Auditor next. We met Carla Ruiz, auditor extraordinaire. Financials hidden? Illegal. Subpoena flew. Treasurer ghosted months ago. Patty solo signed everything. Deeper. Fake invoices for phantom work, ghost landscapers, invisible lights. Exporter confessed blank checks. Big bomb. $60,000 wire to Hargrove Holdings. Patty's hubby's firm? Post-bulldozer. Theft, Carla said. State prosecutor pounced. Hubby arrested at his golf game. News circus at Patty's. She hid. Lawyer claimed, misled. Bull. Anonymous drive-in mailbox. Zoom vid of Patty scheming. Backdate votes. Claim easement. Safety trumps all. Laughed off pushback. Forwarded to DA. More charges. Board subpoenaed. Accounts frozen. Trustee appointed. Twist. Trustee. Ex-Judge Elena Vargas. Announced. HOA never legit. Botched filings. Null and void. Room exploded. Dues wasted. Fines rescinded. Restitution coming. Signs vanished. Patrols quit. Lisa brought pie. You sparked the revolution. We toasted. To real neighbors. Gate openish, reminding all mine. Peace reigned, but scars lingered. I monitored cams religiously, trust earned slow. Lisa flagged new docs. High Ridge Harmony Alliance. Rebrand. Board. Strangers plus Barry the Weasel. Voluntary dues. But auto-enroll letters. Contract with out-of-state firm. Apex oversight inspections. Fees. Access clauses eyeing my drive. Same snake, new skin, I said. Called Carla. Apexes and scandals statewide. Deceptive co-ops post-HOA falls. Referred to AG. I had the drive's hidden spreadsheet. Mismatched funds. Property grabs. AG investigated. I cease and desisted the alliance, posted trespass signs. Barry showed. Misunderstanding, Harlan. Voluntary co-op for order. Order? Like your boss's jail cell? Enroll by default ain't voluntary. He fidgeted. Streamlining. Neighborhood needs structure. It's thrived without. Trespass and charges fly. Week later, raids on Apex. Racketeering, fraud. Barry flipped. Emails exposed front for HOA revival. Judge thundered. Deceptive power grab. Abusing nonprofit veil. Dissolved. Funds to victims. Over. I swapped steel for wood gate. Open often. Rode mine freely. Lisa last visit. True counsel. No teeth volunteers. I nodded. Use the road for block party? She grinned. No bulldozers promised. Summerfest. Kids biking, laughs. Road just a road, appreciated, not claimed. But tell me, in a community built on rules, was the real villain the HOA tyrants, or the silent neighbors who let them rule? Who's truly at fault when power corrupts unchecked?